Just because it's an abrupt end to play doesn't mean it has to be dull and dreary. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're carrying down our picks for the top 10 funniest game over screens.
Before we begin, I just want to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, War Thunder. With over 20 million players, this free-to-play game stands out because it is legitimately a great game. War Thunder is a deep military vehicle combat game with more than 1,200 historically accurate tanks, aircrafts, and ships to choose from. And it's available for free right now on Xbox One, Mac, Windows, and PS4. So check it out.
For this list, we're looking at the sudden conclusions to gameplay that most often left folks chuckling and amused, paying off a looming threat in comedic fashion. Sometimes it's basking in a given situation's absurdity, but always the result is a good laugh in the face of failure. Number 10. Making headlines. Paperboy. Straightforward and quaint though this game about a bike-riding Paperboy may seem today, it's nevertheless remembered with distinct fondness. Normally, failure in Paperboy means running out of lives, at which point players face the prospect that the titular Paperboy simply gave up. However, for those who manage to outright lose the newspaper its subscribers, a comedic harsh fate awaits. The end screen will declare the Paperboy was fired. And I can't really say I blame him. Have you seen the quality of writing from the Daily Sun?
You're fired.
Number 9. Gruntilda wins. BanjoKazooie. Every once in a while, it's fun to see a villain get exactly what they want. Throughout the game, BanjoKazooie has the looming threat of the image-obsessed witch Gruntilda attempting to sap Tooty, Banjo the Bear's sister, of her beauty. Should Banjo die during his adventure to save Tooty, or if the player decides to quit before reaching the end, Gruntilda's schemes come to fruition. The audience gets to witness Gruntilda emerging from her transformation chamber, looking stunning, while Tooty is drastically mutated. To top it off, Tooty closes out the game with the promise of a not-so-pleasant chat with her brother. Number 8. No Spilled Milk. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Rare sure does love their darkly humorous non-canon endings, huh? Those who have experienced the highly overlooked Conker's Bad Fur Day will know of its playful approach to the character's death. It's not all sunshine and roses though. There are 3 different game over cutscenes, depending on the red squirrel's grisly fate. I like the one in which the cruel Panther King gets his wish, a sturdy table upon which to set his milk, where Conker is used as the missing table leg. Him wrangling in captivity is the last thing we see before getting booted to the main menu. But there's something that's always bugged me. What's keeping the broken table up in the ending with the missing milk carton? Number 7. Don't Feed the Bears. King's Quest V.
Thank you kindly, but I think I can handle it.
Alright then, good luck.
Sierra always had a knack of colourful depictions of death, yet this one is an all-time highlight even by their standards. Many times over the course of the quest to save his family in King's Quest V, King Graham can find himself facing with a sudden and embarrassing demise. The standout though comes early on as Graham nears a bear tree south of Serenia. Said tree happens to be guarded by a bear with a rather vicious temperament. Oh, right in the jawline! I don't think he's getting up from that. How hard can bears punch anyway? Can someone figure that out?
Graham should know better than to feed the bears.
Number 6. Otto's Demise. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Famed adventurer, adversary of the Nazis, and missing in action? Fate of Atlantis notably features 3 distinct routes on which to send Dr. Jones, based on preference in playstyle. Those who go along the fists path will eventually have to take on various Nazis in fistfights. Losing said fights results in a strange turn of events conveyed by text. Oh, and a shout out to the one where Indy's killer becomes a world famous opera singer. That's awesome. But no, our favourite one has to be the one with the Nazi, Otto. Which said, Otto tried to hurl Indy into a bottomless pit, but tripped and fell in himself. No one knows what happened to Indy. GG, Otto. GG.
Oof.
Have you downloaded War Thunder yet? My favorite thing in this game are the damage models. Vehicles don't have typical hit points, but instead suffer actual damage to their components and crew. Combine that with the huge number of vehicles to pick from and 80 battlefields to fight through, and War Thunder is the most authentic and fun vehicle combat game I've ever played. 20 million other players are waiting for you, so play for free on Windows, Mac, Xbox One, and PS4, and register now to get a premium tank or aircraft and a 3-day boost.
Number 5. Sticks insult you. Sticks, Shards of Darkness.
You realize using the controller with your feet's not gonna gain you an achievement, right?
A good fourth wall break can cut straight through the tension and leave you laughing. As fortune would have it, this applied to Shards of Darkness, a stealth game about a sarcastic goblin and his infiltration of the crucial Elven Summit. Anytime that the titular goblin Styx dies, players are booted to a smoke-filled end screen and promptly subjected to Styx's masterful brand of shade and shaming. On some occasion, he'll outright insult your abilities or intellect, while other times he'll opt for clever wordplay in demeaning the player's habits. No matter what though, Styx finds a spectacularly twisted balance between brutal honesty and funny commentary.
I read the script, and I know we get past this. It's just a matter of time.
Number 4. Midna is unamused by Wolf Link, The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess. Harsh, hostile, unrelentingly sardonic, just some of the terms that could be used to describe the magical twilight creature known as Midna. While she does grow far warmer to the world of Hyrule and its hero Link over the course of Twilight Princess, Midna nonetheless retains a sharp edge to her character. This is perhaps best exemplified whenever she's paired with Wolf Link, the canine form Link unwillingly takes during his adventure. Leap off the wrong ledge or suffer enough injury, and Wolf Link perishes, as usual, with Midna's disappointing glare inspiring a mixture of amusement and mild guilt. Number 3. Cheerful sign-off. Sega Rally Championships. Well, that's surprisingly nice for what's otherwise an obvious fail state. Players who got the opportunity to experience this playful arcade racing sim will likely have lost at least a race or two in their time. However, rather than a cut to black or cruel insult, getting a game over in Sega Rally treats the player with one of gaming's most enthusiastic sign-offs.
Game over, yeah!
You know, we can't help but chuckle at the idea of an announcer getting really excited about what, to players, might feel like a failed race. Well, then again, maybe it's better to go out with cheer rather than pessimism.
Game over, yeah!
Number 2. Get dunked on. Undertale. Let it never be said that Undertale doesn't keep throwing curveballs at its audience right up to the very end. The game's infamous Genocide Run, so named for how the player is expected to slay every person and monster they encounter, has plenty of unexpected turns in its own right. At the end of the run, players are confronted by the once friendly skeleton, Sans, in one of the most brutal and challenging battles in the game. Survive for long enough and Sans leaves himself open to be spared, which he'll immediately take advantage of to wipe out your health and subsequently gloat about it. Quick moment as it is, it's not hard to chuckle at Sans' choice of trash talk. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. You Are Dead. Total Distortion.
All dimensional straddles in a specially built coma tank. Coma tanks provide life support during the coma phase.
Oft forgotten amid the many trend-chasing FMV games of the time, this strange music-themed title adventure ought to be better remembered for its most humorous touches. Take the sequences in which you, as a music video producer wandering an alternate dimension, faces off against guitar warriors. Typically, these duels would play out as color-coded rhythm minigames, ending in a triumphant besting of the warriors. Unless you get prematurely outplayed and die. At this point, the game unleashes its most memorable gag, an entire song about your character's death.
You are dead, dead, dead. You are dead, dead, dead.
The lyrics going to great lengths to mock you and belittle you. You are dead, dead, dead.
You brought your whole adventure to a screeching halt. You are dead, dead, dead.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
Now your body is starting to mold. You so dead. This dimension cuts like a knife. You are dead.